Brock Purdy became the first quarterback to beat Tom Brady while playing in his first career start on Sunday. Here's a little Brock Purdy from yesterday regarding his second start coming on both a short week and in prime time. Have a listen.
I feel like this is part of the game. A lot of the guys have said, welcome to the NFL, in terms of you get banged up a little bit, you got to be ready to roll in 4 days, you got to learn another install, you got to memorize plays, you got to get guys going around you. This is it. This is, the best of the best. And for me, I look at it as a challenge. Like, I can prove to myself that, I belong here and I can play here and I can do all these things, the challenges of, being banged up and having to go out and perform. And especially in a crucial part of the season where, it's going to take what it takes. There's no regrets, moving forward or anything like that I want to have down the road. I want to make sure that I give everything I have right now. And so it's a great challenge for myself.
He's been getting a lot of praise from teammates, the way he's stepped up, the way he's come in, the way he's gotten it done, the way he's exerted leadership and accountability, all the things you want to see in an NFL quarterback, and it's kind of fun to see. It's one of those unexpected stories. I had belief in any quarterback that knows the system running that Shanahan offense, but I still think Purdy as a passer, as a leader, as a quarterback has been better than we would have expected.
Definitely.
And I'm sure other teams are like, what the hell? Like, again, why did this guy last until the very final pick in the draft? What the hell did we miss here? The Steelers took a flyer on a seventh-round quarterback who I can't even remember his name. And I know that folks up in Pittsburgh now are like, wait a minute, we could have had this Brock Purdy guy. Now, they had Kenny Pickett, but of course, Pickett's got a concussion, and it's like, hey, we could have had this guy too. Like, man, there's a lot of that. We could have had this guy going around in NFL circles because everybody could have had him multiple times over, and he walks right through the door, and he ends up being pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's amazing. It is. I sit there and watch him at the press conference, and I go, I don't know. Damn, is that guy dating my daughter? Is he in high school? It's amazing. It's a young kid still, and I don't mean that to be disrespectful. I mean it to be just, funny. I just can't get over it. The way he talks. He dressed like a college kid still here. Oh, yeah, I'm just leading the Super Bowl contender San Francisco 49ers on a late season charge here. It's hilarious. It really is. And, Mike, to your point, yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of teams that are scratching their head a little bit.
He looks like they just pulled him out of Mr. Anderson's history
class.
Right,
exactly. And he's like, we've been hearing some rumors that you've been throwing food at lunch. You got to go down to the principal and talk to him. It's amazing. It really is. But yeah, he's played very mature on the football field. We've discussed he's seasoned a little bit for a young quarterback with how much he played at Iowa State, and they're a well-coached football team at Iowa State, so he knows what he's doing. That's kind of a pro-style offense. And, Mike, what happens, too, with teams is it gets late in the draft, and they draft guys that maybe have one element of, like, oh, wait, I see something great with that potential there, or maybe we can make him something. Where Purdy might not have had that element, but teams like the 49ers go, wait, we're good, and we don't need a guy to be like maybe special 3 years from now, and he's got a rocket arm, but we got to kind of corral him and groom him and get his mechanics the right way. They just, because they have a great team and because they have Shanahan in the system that you alluded to, that gives them we could just want a guy that can kind of play the position. We don't need to be wowed. My offense is wow, and it'll get the guys open. As long as they can do what I tell them to do, and, they're smart and understand that, then he'll look like wow, even though his physical ability is not wow. And I think that's where, some of the better teams in football that have a real system that's, tried and true there, they can get away with that type of quarterback. We've seen New England take that approach, right? It's teams that have big-time systems where they know they don't have to quarterback and going to have to make the play that way. And I think that's where Shanahan's very good at picking these type of guys.
It is going to be a challenge for Geno Smith and company. It fell off a little bit for him last week. He had 2 interceptions. He was under 60% completion percentage. That was the first time all year. He still leads the NFL with 71.5 completion percentage and 25 passing touchdowns. That's 4th in the NFL, but number 1 in completion percentage. So this is an opportunity to get a little redemption, but it comes against a pretty damn good defense. 10.7 points allowed per game during a 6-game winning streak by the 49ers.
Man,
that defense is just incredible. Nick Bosa leads the league along with Matthew Judon with 14.5 sacks, and Bosa's unstoppable. The defense is good at every level, and that's what plays well and travels well and wins games come January, and that unit is firing on every possible cylinder, Chris.
Yeah, it really is, and it's they're awesome at all levels, and then they're well coached to go along with it. And like we're watching here, they don't need to get four. They don't need to blitz. Here's 4 guys rushing. I would love to even show that tape again if we can, guys, just real quick. And then the thing I want Mike to recognize. Yeah, the pass rush is good, but like watch when we start this pack back again, and you see the first play. Like, look at downfield, the coverage. Look how good they are at passing things off and having everybody blanketed up. Look at that. There's nowhere. Then you got a pass rush. You're Tom Brady. Here again. Look, oh, wait, now finally somebody's open, but I got somebody hanging on my leg, and I got to throw it. And, oh, man, okay. So that's what they do to you. Here again, look at how they're very good at understanding what you're trying to do according to the formation, and then they're great at reading your routes on the run, where like they've been taught, hey, if this guy goes underneath, that guy might be going over the top. So they're always ready for it. And that's where their defense it matches up in a magical way there, where it's just, hey, a ferocious pass rush, and, oh, wait, I think somebody's open. Oh, no, they passed him off the right way. He's not open, and they confuse you mentally, and then they're awesome physically, and that's where, they're the number 1 defense and doing things like you just talked about with those stats.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.